Hello, friends. Jai Shri Ram. Today we are going to discuss a landmark judgment by the Supreme Court of India given on 1st of August, which says that subcategorization of SC and ST communities is now possible. Earlier, the same Supreme Court had said that subcategorization of SC and ST is a subject of maybe the parliament, and parliament should decide upon it. We cannot say anything. But now the same Supreme Court is now saying that yes, we can pass a judgment about it, and the judgment is that yes, subcategorization of SC and ST communities is possible. It should be done because these two are not homogeneous groups. Within SC also, certain communities are a little more developed as compared to the other communities. In ST also, same is the case. I'll give an example. Uh, in SC community, you will see, I mean, this example is not quoted by the Supreme Court. I am saying it from myself, okay? In SC community, you will see that many Jatav kind of groups, means Jatavs are, certain castes are together called as Jatav castes. So they usually take maximum advantage of this reservation, and they are also very well developed amongst the SCs. But at the same time, if you take the example of Valmikis, who would normally clean the filth of human filth of people, that community is still backward. And although both these communities are there in SC only, there is a huge difference in their social and economic stature. In ST also similar thing is observed. For example, Meena community gets maximum benefit of these reservations because they are a little awakened about it, they are little aware about it, whereas all the other ST tribes, that is scheduled tribes like Gond, Korku, Bhil, all of them are still seeing, operating bow and arrow, and they are still, living somewhere in the mountains. They are not seen in IAS, IPS positions or government jobs. But Meena community, on the other hand, is also an ST. It's a scheduled tribe. But you will see many Meena officers in IPS, that is Indian Police Service, in IAS, Indian Administrative Service, and even in IFS, that is Indian Foreign Service, and in many other positions. Means in police department, you will find maybe an inspector Meena. You find that Meena name is so common in the government. Why? Because they get ST reservation, and that community is not all that backward. At least not anymore. Maybe the first generation might have been backward, but after that, that community has really excelled. And then take the example of all the other STs like Gond, Gorku, Bhil, that those kind of communities are still, living in the mountains, operating bow and arrow. So Supreme Court finally thought this time that uh, these are not homogeneous groups. There should be subcategorization within them. And I'll give another example from OBC. For example, in OBC, you see, Yadavs get OBC reservation. I haven't seen a single Yadav who is actually very poor and destitute. I've never seen a Yadav like that. But yeah, they do get OBC reservations. Actually, this is actually wrong, and there should be subcategorization in OBC also. But at the moment, the judgment has come only for SC and ST categories to be subcategorized. Now, Justice Gawai, out of the seven judges bench which gave this judgment, only one appears to be from the Dalit community, and rest all of them seem to be coming from the general category. So the one judge who seems to be coming from the Dalit category, he gave a remark, and I'm mentioning his remark because it really matters a little more to me as compared to the remarks of all the other judges. So this person, Mr. Gawai, he said that repeat reservation should be avoided. What he meant to say is, suppose one generation of a certain community gets a reservation and they get placed as an IAS or an IPS. Now you think about it, if a person is IAS officer, then why should their children get reservation? They are already, uplifted socially also and economically also. they have all the best services available to them, then why is it needed that their children should also get reservation? They are already uplifted, right? Let somebody else get that reservation. So their reservation should get cancelled. And sometimes in today's world, actually, even the grandchildren's, great grandchildren's, even all of them are getting reservations. So how much valid is it? That is a question that Justice Gavi asked. Now he asked this question, but this is not part of the judgment. Okay, so he just hinted that this kind of a disparity should also be avoided. We should think about reducing this kind of an inequality or injustice. He only commented about it. This is not part of the judgment. Now, Honorable Supreme Court hinted, again I'm saying hinted, it is not part of the judgment, but they hinted that creamy layer, creamy spelling is wrong, CREAMY hona chahiye. Creamy layer may be identified in SC and ST communities also. So what is needed? I'll tell you. They said that certain communities within SC and ST are really creamy layer. They are well-to-do. Maybe they were IAS, IPS, and they have a lot of money. Now, why should that family get reservation if you're already uplifted, if you're already well-to-do, if you have a lot of money? And if you're also socially well known and you have a reputation within the society, then why do you require a reservation, right? So that is the creamy layer of SC community, creamy layer of ST community. That layer should be identified, or effort should be done to remove them from reservations. This is only hinted, it's not part of the judgment. But many news channels were mentioning this, that creamy layer is going to come in SC and ST as well, just like we have it for OBC. So I mentioned this point. This subcategorization and identification of the creamy layer will be done by the states and not by the center. Now this is a change over here. I'll tell you what. See, which community should be identified as SC or which should be identified as ST or OBC? So I'll tell you who does this. So SC and ST, up until now, these communities were identified by the President of India, that is by the center. Okay, states could not identify a certain caste as a SC or a certain tribe as an ST. States did not have this right so far. Okay, but OBC, states had this right, that states used to decide which caste should come into OBC. And that is why when Modi came into power in 2001 as the Chief Minister of Gujarat, at that time his caste was not OBC. But 3 years later, his caste quite miraculously was identified by the state of Gujarat as an OBC, other backward class. And that is when Modi became backward person, other backward caste person. Understood? So this power lies with the states. Every state has a right to decide which communities should come into OBC. Okay. Now this will stay the same. This will still stay the same. So whatever castes are there in SC and whatever tribes are there in ST, they will still be decided by the President of India. But what is changing is that within those, suppose 30 castes are in SC. I'm just mentioning any number. I don't know how many are there, but let's take an example that let us say 30 castes are there in SC. Now every state can now identify that within my state, let us have a hierarchy of these, let us rank these castes as per their social and economic stature. Okay, and let us say that, okay, I think that this community is really destitute and this needs more weightage in the reservations, and this community is fairly well to do. Okay, let's even give very negligible reservation, or let's means I actually want to remove them from reservations, but okay, let for the namesake let them stay there, but I'll give very little portion of that reservation to them. This is what a state can decide now. Okay, this is possible, means subcategorization of SC and ST will be decided by the state. This is not, this won't be done by the president or by the central government. This is a big change, because until now it has always been followed that SC and ST was with, I mean, it has everything related to SC and ST was with the center, and center used to decide which caste should be the SC and which tribe should be ST. Now also same is the case, but subcategorizations, that ownership has come to the states. Now what is the logic behind this? The logic is that, let us say there is one caste which is backward in a certain state, but maybe a little well to do in some other state, so their ranking should be different in the different states. So in that case, it is possible that one caste can get more reservation within SC in Maharashtra as compared to the reservation that it gets within SC in, let us say, Madhya Pradesh. So this can happen now after this change comes into power. And then what is Modi government say in this? So Modi government agrees to this subcategorization of SC and ST. That means Modi government also feels that the SC and ST communities are not homogeneous, and there should be some classification within them, and some hierarchy set between them, and accordingly the quota should be, that SC quota should be distributed within smaller quotas inside it. So there should be quota within quota. That's what not just the Supreme Court of India thinks, but also the central government of India, that is Modi Sarkar, also thinks. Okay, so this is the whole judgment. Who gave this judgment? These 7 people gave this judgment. So I was just guessing that everyone else seems to be coming from the general category except Mr. Gawai, and that's why I gave the comment of Mr. Gawai only, because I think that is the most important comment. Other people also gave a lot of comments, but you can see other news channels for that. Now finally I'll say that beyond this also, many people will tell you that, what is the history. First, Punjab government brought a rule to give some special status to certain castes within SC, and then the Supreme Court struck it down. They said that this power doesn't lie with you, and subcategorization should not be done, and then a lot of other things. And then finally that was a 5 judges bench, and now there's a 7 judges bench, and how they overturned that judgment. See, it doesn't make sense, really. That is just history. Okay, what has really happened is this. So focus on what has happened. So that's why I've given a very short video, and I'm telling you exactly what has happened, why it happened, what happened before that, what is the history. I don't think it should concern you, or it doesn't, at least it doesn't concern me as an educator. So that's why this is the end of my video. Do let me know if you have any doubts on this. Feel welcome to comment. I will answer your doubts. Until next time, Jai Shri Ram. ये है अमित शिरासाव, अमित शिरासाव, अमित शिरासाव, अमित शिरासाव.